few seconds, and just want to encourage everybody. Everything is going very well. I believe that January 6th is going to be a war, but it's going to be a successful war, a war that leads to triumph. See, because Christians, we don't war for naught. We don't just fight for anything. Paul said, he said, we don't fight as if we're fighting against the air, but we're fighting a real spiritual fight. So just want to encourage everybody that we're going to be in DC on January the 6th. January the 6th. If you're going to be there, if you're planning on going there, I want you to know a couple of things. We don't want you to be by yourself. Okay, we want to meet up and become a team. That way we're all, kind of taking care of each other. We're all a pact. I think DC is starting to require, I don't know if they did it any time earlier, but I know that they're requiring a positive or a negative COVID test. I think the airlines are. So just kind of be aware of that. Just kind of be aware of that. If you're flying in, if you're driving in, don't worry about it. All right. Email me if you're going. Email me at the Broken Strongman, and I'll give you the coordinates to meet us there. All right. January 6th is going to go down. January, the new year. President Donald Trump, our general, our commander-in-chief, is asking us to show up there at in DC for a big, very big day. Very big day. A successful day. All right, y'all, come on in. Come on in. I can't see y'all comments on here. God bless everybody. There's a couple of things I want to go over just real quick. That we know for sure that Joe Biden did not get 80 million votes. We know that. No, he didn't do better than Hillary Clinton. He didn't do better than Obama. He didn't do any better than Donald Trump. Donald Trump got 11 million extra votes on this time, 11 million better than the last time. And they said that he lost to Joe Biden. Not even close. This stuff is going to turn so fast, it's going to make people's heads spin. All right. So I wonder if I'm being blocked here. Can somebody just type so I can see that y'all can comment on here? Somebody comment for me. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. God bless you. Ellen Fisher, Faith Trust God. American Freedom. Larry Peterson is in the place. All right. Okay, good. Good. I'm glad to see I didn't see anything going on there. All right. Y'all go ahead. Well, the likes are up. I just don't see any views on there. There we go. What's happening, Cam? All right. Blessings to you. Cam Demons. Y'all come on in. Come on in. We're going to meet up in DC. I've had some folks hit me up on my email, thebrokenstrongman@gmail.com. Come on in. Come on in, y'all. And we're going to meet in DC. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge, folks. The evidence is rolling out. I did a couple of videos on the Dominion machine being connected to the internet. The owner of the Dominion machines lied. He lied. And we knew he was lying when he was talking before the Michigan, legislator. He was lying. He was lying. It's a good thing he wasn't under oath. Well, bad thing. Get 3 coffins ready. You like that, huh, Donna Daly? Get 3 coffins ready. Yeah. Some people are going to be in trouble, y'all. And Donald Trump has not moved. I don't think he's moved. I think he knows what's going to happen. The evidence is rolling out. He has recently filed a lawsuit against, let's see here. Who's the lawsuit against? It's against Wisconsin. They added 50,000 illegal absentee votes, 50,000 illegal absentee ballots, and they counted them into the total. That 50,000 alone is going to wipe it all away. Yeah, what's happening? Spiritual Manual 777. Donna Daly's in the place. That's going to wipe it out. Did y'all see what Walmart, Josh Hawley, right? Josh Hawley is one of the senators. He's the first senator to stand up and say that he's going to fight or reject the electors. He said he's going to stand with President Donald Trump. And since he did that, man, the liberal media and the Democrats have gone crazy. They're scared now. They were talking about, there's no evidence. We're not hearing nothing. We don't see any evidence. But now that this senator, Josh Hawley from Missouri, has stood up, they're all going crazy now. They're going bananas. You know why? Because they know that this thing is not going to stand. And when the evidence is presented there on the 6th, on the Senate floor, it's going to blow them away. The American people is going to see a chance to see the evidence. And that's what I'm talking about. So guess what? Walmart sent out a tweet on Josh Hawley's Twitter account and told him to go head on and fight against it, you sore loser. Walmart said this to a senator. What does that tell you about Walmart? What does that tell you about them? It tells you that Walmart is a leftist, it's a Democrat machine, and it is a part of the one world order. Walmart is one of the stores that's open during the whole pandemic. And when you drive around and everything in your state is shut down, the mom and pop stores, the gyms, the banks, everything is closed down. Whatever is open tells you that they are a part of the overall plan of the Antichrist. So Walmart, Burger King, McDonald's, all of these stores that were still open, stores and restaurants that's still open, they're making billions of dollars. You're right, American Freedom. They're making all these billions of dollars while the mom and pop stores are being choked out by design. It was a plan. All of you Americans out there that's standing silently by and watching these people set up a plan. Now, if a pandemic is so bad, if it's so bad and it's killing folks, why have anything open? Why have any store open? Why not just have people drop stuff off at your door? You understand? But they call them essential. Everything is essential. Every life is essential. Every business is essential. But when you shut down the mom and pop stores, which you know is the lifeblood of America, you're doing that by design. That's a plan. That's a scheme. That's by design to kill the American economy, because it is the mom and pop stores that uphold the American economy. And these super billionaires like Walmart, Amazon, the Google, all of them remained open, and they made hundreds of billions more dollars during this pandemic and choked out all the businesses. It breaks my heart, man, to see these people on social media crying to the police and these health workers show up. And most of those so-called health workers are always seemingly gay or lesbian. To me, the ones that I watch, they show up with the health workers and they show up with the sheriffs or the police officers to shut down somebody's restaurant when right across the street from their restaurant is Burger King and McDonald's. They won't shut them down, but they'll shut down the taco store and the barbecue restaurant right across the street. And them healthcare workers that come in there with their little citations, they always seem gay. To me, they appear to be gay. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, but Walmart has exposed itself. This is what Donald Trump seems. Donald Trump, he agitates people so much to the point that they can't help but expose themselves. They can't help it. Like Mitch McConnell. Like Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell has exposed himself. He couldn't hold it any longer. He could not hold it together anymore. He had to, that old turtle-faced old man, he had to come out of his shell. He had to stick out his old turtle face and expose himself because he couldn't go along with the plan anymore. The waters are too deep. And now he's got to reveal himself. He's recently teamed up. Now they couldn't team up, him and Nancy Pelosi. They couldn't team up to get the American people the money they needed. They couldn't team up after all these months. They couldn't come together and work a plan to get the finances needed to the families that's going through this, families that's laid off. They couldn't come together for that. But now they're coming together to work out a plan to block anybody that tries to oppose the electors on January 6th. Did y'all hear what I said? They teamed up. Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell has teamed up to try to block the objections on January 6th. It's insane. It's insane. Mitch McConnell needs to be impeached. People need to call for a recall, whatever state he's in. I don't know what state he's from. But whoever's in his state, they need to ask for a recall right now. Get that old dude out of there. He's exposed himself as an anti-American, a non-patriot, an enemy of the state. I think he's married to a Chinese lady. So is Mark Bilderberg or Zuckerberg, one of them, one of those Bergs. So now that the senator has come in, now that we know that there's going to be objections, now all you need is one on the Senate floor and one from the House, and you got it. Now they've got to go into secession. Now they got to go into those rooms and take up 1 hour per state. So every state that is objected, every state like Arizona, that's 2 hours. Nevada, if they reject that one, that's 2 hours. Michigan, 2 hours. So Mike Pence, from what I hear, he's had to cancel his flight for January 6th. He had planned to drop the mic on somebody. I'm not sure who he was going to drop the mic on. Like I said in one of my videos, he was going to drop the mic. It was going to be a mic drop, and then he was going to fly out of the country. But now he can't do the mic drop. Now he can't do the mic drop. He want $21 checks. He want $21 checks in his name. Man, forget him. Trump is not going to win. All right, well, that's okay. I mean, it's just hold tight. Okay, the January 6th will still, okay, it's okay. We're going to see. And it's our job to stand up and fight for it. Okay, so hold tight. It's just going to be one more week and then you'll see. Let's just see. All right. But the wheels are going to fall off this thing. And when they present the evidence on that Senate floor, all the lies that the deep state, the media, and the Democrats have tried to uphold are going to fall apart. Watch. Watch it, folks. It's coming down. And the plans that they've had to overthrow this election were hundreds of thousands of fake ballots. Y'all saw that, right? Where the ink was bad and the man found 500,000 fake ballots in Georgia. 500,000. And that was in a matter of a couple of hours. And this is why they were sure that they were going to win. This is why Joe Biden said, no, I don't need y'all's votes. I'm going to need y'all after I win. This man wasn't even leaving his home in Delaware. He'd go out in the street and have a campaign right in front of his front yard and go back in the house because he knew that the fix was in. The fix was in. All right. So it's going to be over. Game is over. The falsehood is over. And this is why the media is going crazy right now. The media is going crazy and the Democrats are losing it. Because now we have a senator that's standing up and Ted Cruz is going to stand up. I believe Ted Cruz is going to be the one that's arguing on the floor, the Senate floor, arguing the case of fraud. All right. He's going to be arguing the case of fraud on the Senate floor, and it's going to be over. All right. Once it's exposed, those people cannot certify. As a matter of fact, what was that at? In Georgia, I believe Georgia is going to cancel their certification before January 6th. Before January 6th, it's going to be canceled out. All right. So it's going to be a Donald Trump win, baby. It's going to be a Donald Trump win, no matter what they say. You're doing their own investigation. About 30% of the canvassing is proven to be fraud. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. 30% of the canvassing was fraudulent. That's why the legislators don't want to bring out the Dominion votes, the voting machines. I think what President Donald Trump is going to do, or may have to do, is do an executive order to get to the paperwork. Yep. Yeah, Trump has won. He won. And this is why they had to shut it down. He was winning by such big numbers on election night that they had to stop it. They had to make up stuff about a water main pipe. And then they shut it down. How does 5 or 6 swing states shut down all at the same time? All right. One state. Now, we've never seen nothing like that. We've never seen anything like that. If one state shut down during election night, that was enough to call for alarm. But when you have 4 and 5 and 6 of them shut down all at the same time, and then come out the next day, and Trump's million ballot lead is now cut down to a tie or a Biden win. Come on, man. We knew the fix was in on that part, just that part alone. So it's going to be an exciting day. So listen, I just came on here to say this, that January 6th, I want y'all to meet me there. I'm going to hit me up on my email, thebrokenstrongman@gmail. And we need to link up together so we can be in a group. And I've contacted Professor Toto, Pastor Shane Vaughn, and we're going to link up with them. Our group is going to meet up with their group. And that way we're not alone, okay? That way we all just having a good time. Be great meeting you all. I know that there's some people, I've had some people email me just recently, and they're coming on caravans. They're coming in groups of 20, 40, 60. And so I told them where to meet us at. So email me and I can let you know, coordinate the time and place where we're going to meet. And we're going to be, it's going to be on. It is going to be on. It's going to be a great time. We're going to be in the midst of probably 2 or 3 million patriots. Man, just about everybody I know. I have so many people emailing me, letting me know that they're coming. And we're going to group up. All right. My hotel is going to be right up the block from the square. I'm not going to be far from the square. So I want y'all to meet me. I'm going to coordinate with y'all. Just email me, thebrokenstrongman@gmail. And I don't want you to be by yourself. I don't want you to be in a small group. I want you to be in a large group. I want you to be with us. Be with the Donald Trump group. Get with the 300. Get with Pastor Jerone and the 300. And we're going to be safe. We're going to be blessed. Get with the 300 and we're going to have a good time. We're going to laugh. We're going to pray. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be exciting. Because this is the time that President Donald Trump has asked us to meet up there. I believe he's got something big planned. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. Yeah. So, yeah, Mitch McConnell is a traitor. Let me tell you how they did this. This whole thing with the fraud, they didn't do it in just one way. They did it like by 1,000 cuts, okay? They did it by the mail-in ballots. They printed up their own ballots. They did what those women did, like Ruby Freeman, just sending them back into the same machine over and over and over again. We saw that. That was caught on video. We see them readjust a ballot. The ballot can come in on President Donald Trump's name, but it goes in the machine as an error. They come out and go and take the adjudication. They take the ballot into another place and adjudicate it with no one around, so they can change votes from President Trump to Biden. So they had all types of, they blocked people from seeing, they kicked the Republicans out. So it was like theft 1,000 ways. They had mail-in ballots. They had Mark Zuckerberg buying all the kind of stuff. They had ballots coming over, printed up ballots coming in from New York. They had stuff flying in from China. They had a plan. It was a coordinated, colluded effort, and a lot of these people are going to go to jail. They're going to go to jail. It's going to be an amazing, amazing thing to watch these criminals and liars go to jail. They're caught in their scheme. And now the mainstream media, they're getting ready to start changing their tune now. Now they're going to start talking about President Trump. Oh, he's forcing these people. He's threatening the folks to stand up for him. These people are standing up on their own. They're standing up because they don't want to have a bunch of robbers and traitors in the White House who have submitted themselves to China. Okay? They've submitted themselves to China and going to have China over here taking our sovereignty away. All right? So we're not going to have it. The patriots are standing up. Yeah, my moderators aren't in tonight. I don't have one mod in tonight. I don't know. I wonder if they're being blocked. I don't have one mod in tonight, but I don't expect the mods to show up for every time I go live. But I don't have one mod in tonight. All right. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So I'm going to tell y'all something. If you're going out there to DC, I don't want you to go alone. All right. I want you to come and be a part of the 300 team. We're going to be out there deep. And I got one of my ministers to come and be alongside me. That way I don't bust nobody's head up until I see the blood. All right. They're going to keep me off some heads because I don't like people getting in my face. So I got a brother that's flying out with me. He's going to keep me from losing my cool on these folks. If y'all see an arrest, if y'all see on the news, breaking news, a Trump supporter is arrested. That might be Pastor Jerome. Be like, oh Lord, Pastor Jerome, pray for, but God bless Pastor Jerome. I'm not gonna take the bat. I'm not gonna take the bat. I'm gonna just have to go in the name of the Lord. But if y'all see breaking news, Trump supporter is arrested. Be like, y'all gonna see my face. Y'all gonna see my face on the news. Be like, oh, Pastor, oh, come on, man. But hey, I just don't tolerate folks getting up on me. I've never been like that. I try to keep myself under the blood. All right. And I'm gonna give you one warning, and that's gonna be that. Just one warning, and the rest they're gonna see a silverback gorilla jumping on somebody. It's going to be a silverback gorilla jumping on somebody, hurting them. And then Antifa and them is going to shut it down. They're going to shut down camp. Yeah, thank you for your prayers. I appreciate it. Yeah, the modern day Peter. Yep. Yeah. We are fighting for our country, folks. But I'm going to tell you something. I thank God for January 6th. I thank God for all of the truth that's coming out. Everything is being exposed just as we knew it would. And it's going to be a joy. It's going to be a joy. You know, I believe that President Donald Trump wanted everything to play out the way it did. This way, he could see who's traitors, who's with him and who isn't. All right? Because when everything was cool, you know, they played like they was with President Donald Trump. But now that the pressure is on, now you see people like Mitch McConnell coming out. Oh, no, yes, there's going to be some more people exposed as well. More people are going to come out and they're going to be exposed. And President Donald Trump, going into his second term, is going to know who to kick away, who to keep away, and who to draw closer. He's watching everybody that's being faithful, everybody that's standing strong and watching. He's taking note of that. But the ones that's trading on him and being silent, right, and not drawing close and not standing up for him, he knows what's happening. I don't know what's happening with Pence. I don't know what's happening with Pence. You know, I can't tell you. But he's real quiet. I do know that he and the reason why Louis Gohmert filed that lawsuit against him is because when December 20th, hey, God bless you, Heather. When December 23rd came and went, that was a shot across the bow. I think it made Louis Gohmert nervous. And he and his attorney sat down with Mike Pence's attorney, and they had a knockdown drag out. And Mike Pence disagrees with the electoral system, the electoral process that we're looking for him to do. Right? But it's not even going to come down to Pence. It's going to come down to the senators and the House of Republicans, the House of Representatives. So Mike Pence may not even be needed. But there's several ways Mike Pence can do this thing. He can accept or reject. He can accept or reject either or. All right. He might just reject the 7 states that's in question, that's being, questioned. There's no way. Listen, there's no way he could accept Georgia. How could he accept Georgia? With 500,000 fake ballots that was printed up on Chinese paper with fake ink. Come on, 500,000? Right? So this is what we see. This is what we're seeing. And I don't see how Pence could even think he could, get that going. Right? I don't see how I can do it. But the time is coming, folks. Time is coming. I just wanted to try to coordinate with y'all. Email me, please, at The Broken Strongman. And let's coordinate for the 6th. All right. I'm going to do a live tomorrow, probably around, 1 or 2, and then we can chop up some of the facts. But right now, I just wanted to coordinate for January 6th and let y'all know that we're all gathering up there. So just enjoy all this good information that's coming out, folks. America is winning. Don't believe the news. Don't believe the Democrats. Don't believe none of this negative stuff. Now they're getting scared. Now their tone is changing. Their facial features are changing. Everything. They're getting ready to start panicking. Because now we're getting ready to hit them. Okay? We're getting ready to hit them with some truth and some facts. Yeah, well, that's pretty much it. December 23rd, Pence had the opportunity to mail the 7 states in question and tell them in the letter to say, hey, look, if you're planning on bringing those electors to the Senate floor on January 6th, make sure that everything is congruent, make sure everything is true. Don't bring me any bad, stuff. That's all he had to say in the letter. That's all he had to say in the letter. But he didn't even send the letter out. So Pence is it's a big question mark. But listen, there's a lot of stuff coming out now where Pence probably may be forced to reject them. You understand? Pence is probably in a situation right now where he's forced to reject those electors because of all the evidence that's coming out. Yeah, he could. No, I don't think, because Mitch McConnell and Nancy Pelosi are teaming up and trying to devise a plan to block the rejectors on January 6th. They're trying to team up and come up with a plan to block, but I don't think it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Now, what does it tell you about Mitch McConnell and Nancy? They couldn't get together when the American people needed them in the heart of the pandemic. They couldn't get together. Nancy couldn't leave San Francisco. She couldn't do nothing. Mitch McConnell didn't want to work anything out. But now that President Donald Trump has folks on his team and standing up, now they're going to come together and try to work out a plan to make sure Joe Biden is the president, or Kamala Harris. Y'all know the ultimate plan is to get Kamala in here. Kamala the Dragon. Yeah. So, but either way, listen, what I'm seeing and the evidence is coming out, and it's going to be presented on that Senate floor. The evidence is going to be presented on that Senate floor. And that guy that testified today, Jovan Pulitzer, he's going to be there with his evidence. It's going to kill it. It's going to shut it down. Now we know that those Dominion machines were connected to the internet. This dude is testifying before the Georgia Senate today, and while he was testifying, he says, listen, we just hacked into the Dominion voting machine right now. We just hacked into it. While he was up testifying, he says, listen, we're connected. We're in there right now. We're giving information and receiving information from the Dominion voting machine right now. Those electors in Georgia is not going to let that go through. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Some people are going to go to jail. They're going to go to jail. Yeah. Don't worry about the moderators. I ain't worried about them people talking. See, they're nervous now. They're scared now. People coming in here trying to fight and stand up, and they're trying to fight. Listen, if you're sure your side won and all that kind of stuff, why even come on a site like this and try to argue your points? If you said you won, you move on. When President Donald Trump won, and the Democrats was crying and screaming and all this, I wasn't going on their sites trying to argue. I know President Donald Trump won. And when they come on here having a fit like that, boy, them demons in hell are scared. They are afraid. Listen, the Democrats, the people that's up at the higher arc, the people that we're watching now, they know what's happening. These dominions, they're little minions, these little demons that come on pages like this to try to argue. They don't know. They are deceived, and they got the whole bait and the hook in their mouth. They believe all of this stuff. Right? But in their heart and in the back of their mind, there's another conscience letting them know, hey, that this thing, President Donald Trump really did win, but I'm going to go in here and try to stand up and fight. They're nothing but minions. They're just small, just very small little peons. And when they keep having to repeat and keep repeating, that's when you know they're scared or they have a mental problem. And most Democrats do have a mental problem. They do have a mental problem. Whenever you could stand by and put your name on a vote and say you want those children to die, or you want a man to be with a man or a woman to be with a woman, and you see how sick and disgusting that is, and you want a transgender to go in and teach your kids story time in the school, you have a mental problem. You have a mental problem. So when I see them come on here and do all the stuff they're doing, it's just par for the course. That's just the way they do it. Minions equal dominion, yeah? Right. Oh, man. They're having a fit, man. Watch, the closer we get to January 6th, we're going to have more senators coming out talking about they're going to object. You're going to have more Republicans standing up. They're going to object. And they're going to panic. And Mitch McConnell is going to make a fool out of himself on January 6th. He's going to make a fool out of himself. Even more so than what he's already done. Even more so. Because President Donald Trump and Rudy Giuliani has a plan. It's going to be, I think it's going to be stunning. I think it's going to stun people. And there's no way you can refute the evidence. No way. So I think, what's her name? Marjorie out of Arkansas or Alabama. She's one of the representatives. She said, since the courts would not give President Donald Trump his day in court, which they haven't, she said, we're going to give him his time on the Senate floor. And on the Senate floor, the evidence is going to be presented. And that's all we need. But then the false prophet media take their cameras out of the court. Yeah, they take their little cameras out of the court now. They don't want it to be seen, but it's okay. The word is going to get out. The word is going to get out. But America, let me let you know something. Genesis chapter 4, verse 9, that sin is crouching at the door. And the Bible says that this sin is crouching at the door. It's seeking to have you. It wants you. I'm not talking about smoking weed, getting drunk. I'm not talking about having a habit. I'm talking about sin to take you over for the final destruction. This is what God told Cain that was happening with him. He says, if you do well, you'll be fine. You'll be accepted. He says, but if you don't do well, he said, sin is waiting. It's crouched. It's ready to leap on you and to rip you apart. It's waiting at the door. And America, from what I see, sin is crouching at the door. The ultimate takeover, the Antichrist, the wicked one, the son of perdition, the destroyer, Abaddon, is waiting at the door. And it's ready to destroy. Is ready to destroy. And this is the same crouching enemy that tried to take away the 80 million votes that voted for President Donald Trump and switched them over to Biden, because it's ready to pounce. And that same crouching spirit is when Jesus was with his disciples and he was talking to them in Luke chapter 22. Jesus was standing here on earth with his disciples, right? He's standing on earth and he's talking to them about things that's going to take place in the heavenlies. All right? He's talking to them about stuff that's going to take place in the heavenlies. And while he's talking to them, Jesus ascends up into the heavens and he's around the courtroom. He sees what's taking place at God's bench, at the throne. And he says, when he comes back in his mind, he stands and looks at Peter. He says, Peter, Satan has requested to sift you, to have you, to take you through, to rip you apart, to separate you. Satan has desired, he went before God with paperwork requesting to destroy you. He wants to have you. And America, Satan has the paperwork on America and the world, and he's made a request before God to sift us and to take us through and to separate us from God and to separate us from our freedoms. You can't see that? You can't. Listen, Jesus is standing on earth. And while he's standing on earth, he's telling the disciples about what's going on in heaven right now at that time. And when he came back out of the spirit, he told Peter, he says, look here, I just saw Satan request before God to have you. America, I have seen Satan request to have you. So I have warned. Don't vote for these evil people. Don't stand with them. Don't agree with them. Because Genesis 4 and 9, sin is crouching at the door. And it's not this little pity-pat evil. It's not that. This one is a major tiger. This one is a destroyer. This one is a big-time devil. And it's called the son of perdition. It's called the evil one. It's called the wicked one. It's called the son of Satan. It's very dark. It's very dismal. And we should have all, Democrats, independents, should have rejected it. We should have all agreed on rejecting this stuff. Especially the church. So, sin is crouching. And because it's crouching, we needed somebody in office who is standing it off. President Donald Trump was the one. President Donald Trump was the one standing it off by standing in the gap. He was a gap. He filled the gap. He was like a thumb on the dam that stopped the leak. He was standing in the gap. And when he stood for life to stop the curse to stop the curse of death and the sacrifices to Moloch. That was a positive. And when President Donald Trump began to promote freedom of speech and freedom of religion, I think he just did something again the other day regarding freedom of religion around the world. President Donald Trump, he signed some kind of order for freedom around the world, freedom of religion around the world, because President Donald Trump knows what's happening in China. He knows what's happening in Africa. He knows the millions and millions of people who are Christians or whatever their religion is. I feel like people should be able to serve who they want. Why force people to die because they want to worship another God? God gives them the freedom to choose who they want to choose and worship. Why should man kill them, harm them, lock them up, and not give them free because they don't worship the God that you want them to worship? Now, I'm a Christian, but I believe that every person should have their right to worship their God. Worship. If you want to worship Satan, that's on you. That's what you want to do it. Long as you're not hurting nobody, harming, sacrificing, messing with kids and all that kind of stuff, you go right ahead. So he stood in the gap. He's presented the Bible. President Donald Trump is the man. Okay. So listen, if you're going to DC, I want you to team up with me in the 300. If you want to be a 300, definitely email me and I can tell you how to do it. It's only like $10 a month. You're supporting my broadcast. I'm not monetized here on YouTube. I'm not. The research and stuff that I do it because I love God. All right. I do this because I love God and I love you and I love America. And I want to see America free and not bound by this crouching spirit that's waiting to pounce on the world. It's waiting. It's there. So to be a 300, have faith in Christ. You want to support support my broadcast, support my channel, share it, like it, get on the videos and support. But then have faith in God. Judges 7:7. God raised up a number 300, the 300 army, and destroyed an army of close to 200,000 people. And they didn't have to swing one sword. They didn't have to shoot one gun. God confused the enemy. I certainly will autograph your back. I will do that. Yeah. So, listen, I got to get out of here. I didn't plan on being on here long. Email me if you're going to the January 6th, if you're going to DC, thebrokenstrongman@gmail.com. And I thank God for all of you. Thank God for you. And I'll see y'all on the next video. I'm going to do a live tomorrow. So today I was just dropping in to just let y'all know we're going to coordinate to meet in DC. And I'll see y'all tomorrow night.